Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, attempting to undo the damage that bums and YouTubers and tourists and shitheads are doing to fandom. So this is my review of Absolute Evil #1, and it's an actual review in that I read the book with an open mind, and I'm giving a fair and informed reaction to it. I don't have some weird gay feud with Al Ewing, so I'm going to give the most negative take imaginable, even though this book is pretty damn cool. So it starts off over there in the 1950s, and a Hawkman, not the Hawkman, because there's been many Hawkmen, and also this is the absolute fucking universe where everything is goddamn different. The assertion that someone is written out of character in the absolute universe where everyone's different makes zero sense. But he's basically, and the other thing about this is that just like that X-Men 22 that Wes just thoroughly lied about, he's being dishonest about this as well, because the entire point of this, spoilers, I always imagine a person on a ladder. Like they have to get down from the ladder and they have their phone like on a table. So I think that's enough ladder traversal to table time. The entire point of this is that evil in the absolute universe isn't like evil in the DC universe or most of the alternates. It's like evil in the real world, where if you become a problem, or they think you're going to become a problem, the powers that be just take you out. Whether that's destroying you physically or making you be discredited. And it's just a business decision. You're just, this guy used to, he used to take care of, purse snatchers. That doesn't affect us. Oh, he's decided he's going to confront corruption in corporate America. Okay, hole in the head. So, and the thing is, kind of like with that movie, One Battle After Another, everybody cracks. Everybody snitches. And if they don't, they end up dead. So in the movie, all the revolutionaries, like as soon as honestly minimal pressure is put on them once they get arrested, they just snitch on everyone. It's funny, they have this training called SEER training in the military, and there's like multiple different levels of it, one of which they actually put you like in a simulated POW camp, and I think they're allowed to like smack you around or something like that. Then there's essentially like an online class. So there's different things, but one of the things they tell you is like, in the movies where people get tortured and they just stand up to it because they're really super badass, that doesn't happen in real life. Everybody cracks pretty much immediately. Here's the deal. As soon as we know that you're captured, we change everything that you know. You know about an operation that's just about to launch, we cancel it or change it. You have some, challenge and passcodes, we change those. Those things change every 24 hours anyway. So, like, what are they going to torture you for? Like, the maximum effective range of an M4? Like, you don't have anything. So, they basically tell you, don't get all in your feelings about it. Basically, everyone cracks immediately, and just go into it knowing that. So he's put under some pressure. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll snitch. I'll fucking snitch on everybody. I don't give a fuck. And then we get to see Oliver Queen, and he is like the Oliver Queen we know, but also kind of like, you know how the Arrow show is basically just blonde Batman? It's kind of like that. So he's got the Arrow cave. I don't know why you would have an Arrow cave without a Batman to copy. It's like arrows and caves don't really go together. One of the things I liked about him, because classically Oliver Queen is written as far left, is that these are conversations I've seen and had with friends who are on the far left, where they're basically cool most of the time. But once they detect like a difference in opinion, all of a sudden that shit ramps up. So he's like pretty chill, pretty charming. And then when he gets like the smallest little pushback in the in the conversation with Roy Harper, he basically just starts freaking out, which is, I think, if people who are very political on both sides, they don't handle challenges very well. It's like, rotting our souls. Don't tell me to calm down, Roy. I mean it. You can be in or out, but I'm serious. This is the way I make a difference in the world, you know? This is the direction I was always headed. Again, spoilers. Spoilers. So then we cut to this meeting of the minds of the Illuminati, essentially. And it's very interesting because there's familiar names, but they aren't familiar faces. They look different. Like, this is Ra's al Ghul. And they're just kind of calmly talking about, well, threatening each other, the fate of the world, everything that's happened to the heroes before. So in the Absolute Universe, there were like traditional DC good guy superheroes, but they were dealt with the way that evil in our world deals with them, where they just kill you, or they blackmail you, or they destroy your reputation, or something like that. But the thing what is that thing they always do in the mafia movies, silver or lead? It's a lot easier to just bribe people. So they just bribe them. That's always like the first thing. They're not going to hire an assassin. They're just going to bribe you. One of the things that always shocks me is you read about these like people who take bribes. It's like, over 20 years of taking bribes and looking the other way, he amassed a fortune of $180,000. It is shocking how little money, what, am I screwing this up? What a small amount of money is needed to bribe people. I mean, you can give them like a percentage of a variant cover and they'll just say whatever you want. It was really interesting. And then there's some, I don't know if some of these, is Iron Monroe like a character? I've never heard of him before. I'm not really a DC guy, but usually I've at least like heard of the characters. So this is talky. This is not an issue with a lot of action, but it is one with a lot of ideas. And I mean, even with the comic I like, usually I'm taking a break here and there. Also, $6 is not a lot of money. I don't want to hear from any man in 2025, oh, this costs $6. If $6 is a lot of money for you, you don't need comics as a hobby. You need a second or third job. Shut the fucking $6. If I get any meal that's less than $10, I'm shocked. I went to Whataburger. I got like large Pepsi, grilled cheese with extra cheese, and a brownie. It was only $9. I thought they forgot something, but apparently the grilled cheese is like really super cheap. Shut the fuck up about $6. Give me a break. So not a lot of action, but a lot of ideas, and it really kind of elevates the Absolute Universe and explains, it's actually scarier. These guys don't have, at this point, magical cosmic scepters that make wishes come true. They just offer you a bribe, and if you don't take it, they put a bullet in your head. And weirdly enough, that is way more scary to me than someone with a magical wrench or whatever these guys have. He would probably be called Wrenchman, right? Because it's the DC universe. But yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. I was going to not read it because all I had heard about it was Wes's egregiously, maliciously negative take. But then I talked to a friend who actually reads and likes comics, and he's like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. So, oh, sorry. Spoiler. I said spoiler like 10 minutes ago. That's fine. That's a really cool Hawkman. This is like the compromised Hawkman working for the Illuminati. And then, the twist of all twists, spoiler, they're not the Legion of Doom. They're the Justice League, because they see this as justice for this world, to keep it under control, to keep it peaceful. And they keep it peaceful with threats and bribes and bullets. And then Bizarro is listening in through the lenses, the reflective lenses of Ra's al Ghul as provided by Mirror Master. Fucking awesome comic. and I will not allow bums and tourists to scare away readers from good books. So definitely recommend. And I don't even, is this a mini-series? I assumed it's just a one-shot to just kind of introduce this concept, but if it is, I'm definitely there for the next issue. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.